morning tide retreats, revealing two perfect footprints in the sand, your own and the one who walked beside you. But as the next wave sweeps in, one set disappears. In that vanishing act, you're forced to confront the question: when your strength failed, whose strength carried you forward? In easy seasons, you never question the presence of those second prints. Two lines in the sand whisper of shared journeys and shared joys. But life's storms wash away certainty. Suddenly, there is only one, like a silent confession that you cannot walk this road alone. The traveler cries out, "Why did you abandon me?" And in answer, an echo from Isaiah, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you." That single print beneath the flood speaks louder than any rot. It is his vow made visible on the day you could not stand. Try as you might, you cannot claim credit for carrying yourself. Pride insists that two prints prove your power, but grace knows that lone print is the sign of true rescue. Every time you feel weak, that single line marks a moment when heaven bent low to bear you. Loss can feel like the ocean pulling you under. Grief, failure, betrayal, they wash away all sense of footing. Yet amid that flood, his step remains, not beside you, but beneath you, lifting you when you could only sink. He does not carry you to show you how little you matter, but to reveal how much you matter to him. That single print isn't a mark of shame. It's a testament to a love that bows down in the darkest hour. Remember the child too weary to walk, lifted into her parents' arms. That image isn't just a childhood memory, it's a parable of divine care. When your legs tremble under doubt, look for the cradle of those unseen arms. Footprints can guide us, but when they vanish, we panic searching for familiar marks. Yet the most faithful companion leaves traces, not in sand, but in transformed hearts and renewed hope. Do you recognize his work in your soul? Each step you take writes a story in the sand chapters of triumph, tragedy, doubt, and grace. And when the tide comes, it may wash away the ink, but not the truth. That single print remains in the archives of heaven, recorded by the one who knows every tear. So when you look back on your path and see only a solitary line, don't mourn what's lost. Instead, ask, who bore me when I could not bear myself? And then lean into the mystery that the greatest love is found in the footprints you never left. In the hush after the waves retreat, you may feel the solitude crush in, but look closer. That lone print isn't just yours, it's the echo of a hand you never saw. His footprints are quieter than yours, but they never falter, even when you cannot hear them. We laud the footprints we leave evidence of our strength, yet the most revealing prints are the ones we didn't make. When your legs gave out and you wept, whose step carried you? Ask your heart, and it will whisper his name. A poet once said, "The sea remembers every lover's promise." Similarly, heaven holds every moment you called for help. Those moments become stamps of divine rescue, should not in stone, but in the sanctuary of your soul. When the beach turns black at night, footprints vanish, but moonlight reveals another set, fainter, yet steadfast. Do you dare follow the shadows back to the place where love first found you? The tide doesn't judge your path, it simply carries you home. Likewise, divine grace doesn't tally your missteps, it bears you beyond them. How different would your journey feel if you walked knowing you'd never sink? You map your life by the footprints in sand, but what if you started mapping it by the heart prints etched in your spirit? Those heart-shaped marks are his signature of love, protecting every falter. Even when the beach seems endless and the footprints fade into one horizon, remember, each glowing print is a covenant. He walks ahead to light the way, beside you to share the load, and behind you to gather the lost. Storms will come and reshape your shoreline, your past, erased your future uncertain. But the prints that matter are sunk deep below the sand, where no tide can touch them. Where are your foundations buried? In despair, you may feel the world's weight press you under. Yet that pressure only reveals the presence carrying you. The depth of your darkness is the depth of his devotion. Every footprint tells a story of movement. The single print speaks volumes of solace. When was the last time you thanked the one whose silent steps saved you from giving up? There's a sacred geometry to two prints intertwining yours and his. In the dance of day-to-day life, notice the moments you lean on a strength beyond your own. Those are the steps of grace. Your journey isn't about how far you go, but how fully you let yourself be carried. Footsteps vanish. Love never does. What would you attempt today if you believed you'd never fall into empty sand? On the day you dare to stop looking back at blank sand, you'll discover the better view, the handprint ahead, reaching for yours. That touch changes everything. Perhaps footprints are meant to be temporary, but love's prints sunk into your heart are permanent. They outlast wind, tide, and time. Where have you felt those eternal imprints? Life may cover your footprints with dust or sand, but he remembers every step. He holds the ledger of your tears, your triumphs, your cries. Trust that in his memory you are ever present. When you cannot see the trail ahead, choose to follow the warmth at your heels. That warmth isn't regret, it's his promise walking your steps. You were born to walk in two worlds, one of sand and sea, one of spirit and grace. The prints that carry you across both are the same, the imprint of divine hands in your history. What if tomorrow's tide washes every trace clean? It won't matter, those steps remain etched in heaven's book. Are you living so that your story is remembered there? At the end of your journey, you'll see two prints, again one that's yours, and one that carried you. And you'll realize the greatest steps you ever took were the ones you never made alone. So walk boldly on this sand step, out of fear and into faith. When you look back and see only one print, don't despair. You were held, you were loved, and you were never alone.